In this lesson, I'm going to talk about the regression in TensorFlow. But before we dive into the details, let me show you some regression models so that you can have a general idea of what I mean by regression. There are lots of different regression models in the world, but it always begins with the simple linear regression model. So what do I mean by simple and linear? Take an example. Simple regression model looks like this. Okay, it looks like an equation for a line. Then what about the non-simple regression? Actually, non-simple regression is called a multiple regression. Can you spot the differences between two models? The first one, simple regression, has only one x, so there was no subscript. But the multiple regression has more than one x, so it has subscript 1 and subscript 2. So the corresponding w's also have subscript 1 and 2. So the main difference is the number of x variables. The simple regression has just one x variable, and the multiple regression has two or more x variables. One more thing to note here is that they are all linear. So we call them as simple linear regression and multiple linear regression respectively. We know that these functions are linear. Actually, linearity means a straight line or a plane. The first equation is obviously a line equation, and the second one is, if you remember from your high school math, it's an equation for a plane. Okay, then what is a nonlinear regression? There are lots of them, but for the most important one in TensorFlow is a logistic regression, and it looks like this. Don't be afraid, you are going to understand all of them eventually. For now, just note that this is not linear. That's enough. Just remember that there is a term logistic regression. You are going to see it again and again.